Hey everyone, it's Aussie Dad here and welcome to the STWAD gaming channel. Hooray! As you can see, my character is jumping on some stepping stone pavers, which I have strategically placed in a certain order. And I say I have done it, yes, because this is the Obby game that I've created. Now, it is about a week old and I have made some changes to it. So when you go and check out the game, there will be some differences. Last time I played it, unfortunately, some of the stairs fell down. So I have to go back into it and fix that up soon. But so by the time that you probably do check it out, hopefully that should be fixed by then. So the cool thing about Roblox Studio is being able to create these different games. So this one that I picked is probably one of the easiest to make. It's an obstacle styled game, which Roblox call Obbies. So in it, you can add or remove anything you like. You can swap things around. You don't need to have any gaming developing experience because it's all sort of like just add an item. You can drag it around. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can make things easier. You can make things harder. It's really up to you. I've attempted to make things sort of easy and hard. If you're not used to obstacle style games, you might find some aspects of it tricky. If you are a bit of a gamer and used to all this sort of stuff, you'll probably jump through it a lot quicker than what I am right there. And will be sort of scratching your head going, why does he think that this is super hard? It's not. It was the easiest obby I've ever been through. If that is the case, that's great. But you might want to give me some pointers on what you feel I could add into it to make it a little bit more challenging for you. So then I can make different types of obbies. I'm not just going to be doing videos about obbies. Of course, I am going to be doing some of a game called Theme Park Tycoon 2 because I absolutely love that game. The reason I like it so much is mainly due to how you can build things and really create like another world. I don't know if that was the intention of the person who created it, but that's what's happened. So you can go into some people's theme parks and Theme Park Tycoon 2, and there I've been to like castles, I've been to recreations of Disneyland, I've been to these underground sort of cave looking theme parks. Like the amount of creativity that has gone into a lot of these things is amazing, and hopefully I will get on the same server as some of these people so I can do videos about it and share it with you. The other good thing is for those who follow my Spotify channel and listen to all the different kids stories, I will be using this as another opportunity to share some stories that I know some of you have been really looking forward to, which is more Diary of a Wimpy Kid stories by Kinney. So in this video today, I will be reading some of the book called Hard Luck. And I know that one has been requested before, so the good part is it'll probably be finished over a period of maybe like 5 or 6 videos. So we'll see how we go with that, which will be super awesome. But in the meantime, what I will do is issue a challenge. Can you get through my obby? Share some recordings of you finishing the obby. Or share some recordings of the obby if it hasn't quite worked out too. So different glitches and different things. Maybe I can even share some of the things that have happened on my YouTube channel, which would be quite funny. So anyway, give it a go. I know it's not going to be necessarily perfect at this point in time because I still need to work on some things. But the good part is you can make a start, see how you go. And let's read some of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, Hard Luck by Kinney. Alright. March, Monday. Mum's always saying that friends will come and go, but family is forever. Well, if that's true, I could be in for a rough ride. I mean, I love my family and all, but I'm just not sure we were meant to live together. Maybe it'll be better later on when we're all in different houses and only see each other on holidays, but right now, things are just a little dicey. I'm surprised Mum's always pushing the family message, since she and her sisters don't really get along. Maybe she thinks if she keeps repeating it to me and my brothers, then we'll come out different. But if I was her, I wouldn't hold my breath. I think Mum is just trying to make me feel better about my situation with Rowley anyway. Rowley's been my best friend ever since he moved into my neighbourhood, but things have really changed between us recently. And it's all because of a girl. Believe me, the last person in the world I ever thought would get a girlfriend was Rowley. I always thought I'd be the one in a relationship and Rowley would be the guy everyone kind of felt sorry for. And there's a little cartoon picture. Greg Jr., would you like to give a hot dog to Mr. Rowley? Yes, Papa. Alright, well, if you've got the book, you'll be able to see that. That's pretty funny. I guess I've got to give Rowley some credit for actually finding a girl who likes him, but I don't have to be happy about it. Back in the good old days, it was just me and Rowley, and we hung out and did whatever we wanted. If we felt like blowing bubbles in our chocolate milk at lunch, then that's exactly what we did. But now that there's a girl in the picture, things are totally different. Wherever Rowley is, his girlfriend Abigail is too. And even if she isn't there, it seems like she is. I invited Rowley to my house for a sleepover last weekend so the two of us could spend some time together. But after about 2 hours, I gave up trying to have any fun. No, you're cuter, hee hee. Rowley's on the phone talking to Abigail, while Greg is watching some telly. And when the two of them are in the same place, it's even worse. Ever since Rowley and Abigail got together, it's like Rowley doesn't even have his own opinions anymore. Greg talking to Rowley, so what did you think of that new movie? We didn't care for that one. Speaking on behalf of him and Abigail. Yes, I can see why that would be a bit frustrating. Anyway, I was hoping this would have all blown over by now and things would be back to normal, but there's no sign of this ending anytime soon. If you ask me, it's already gone too far. I've started noticing little changes in Rowley, like the way he combs his hair and the clothes he wears, and I guarantee you Abigail is behind all of it. But I'm the one who's been best friends with Rowley all these years, so if anyone has the right to change him, it's me! I just don't get how you can go from being someone's best friend to getting kicked to the curb, but that's exactly what happened. During the winter, me and Rowley stored up some snowballs in my freezer so we could have a snowball fight when the weather got warm. Well, yesterday was the first nice day we've had in forever, but when I went over to Rowley's house, he acted like he was too good for me. The thing is, I can honestly say I've been nice to Abigail, but she doesn't like me. She's been trying to drive a wedge between me and Rowley ever since the two of them became a couple. But whenever I try to bring the topic up to Rowley, I get the same thing every time. Oh, you're just jealous. You're just jealous. I wish I could give Rowley a piece of my mind, but I can't because I'm depending on him to get me through the school year. I have Mr. Blakely for English, and he makes us turn in all our assignments in cursive, but it really hurts my hand when I write in cursive for too long, so I've been paying Rowley 1 peanut butter cracker for every page that he transcribes for me. But if I have to start writing my own assignments, the handwriting on my homework won't be the same as before, and Mr. Blakely will know. So I'm stuck with Rowley, at least until I can find someone who can write exactly like him, and who also likes peanut butter crackers. But the biggest problem with this Abigail situation isn't the English homework, it's the walk to school. Me and Rowley used to head in together every morning, but now Rowley goes over to Abigail's neighbourhood and walks to school with her. This is an issue for a couple of reasons. For one, me and Rowley have a deal where he's in charge of scouting ahead for dog poop on the sidewalk, and that arrangement has saved me a bunch of times. There's this one dog that really has it in for me and Rowley, and we have to keep our guard up whenever we pass by his house. He's this really mean Rottweiler named Rebel, and he used to get out of his yard and chase us on our way to school. Rebel's owner had to install an electric fence to make sure he couldn't get loose. Now Rebel can't chase us because if he takes one step out of his yard, he'll get a shock from his collar. Ever since me and Rowley found out about Rebel's electric collar, we've been having some fun with him. Oops, looks like I dropped my sandwich. Meow, meow. Alright, well, you have to get the book to see that picture. It's kind of mean, but kind of funny though. But Rebel figured out that as long as his collar doesn't cross over the property line, he won't get shocked. And if I didn't have Rowley watching out for me, I definitely would have stepped on one of Rebel's landmines by now. The other reason it stinks that Rowley isn't walking with me is because with the school year winding down, the teachers have really been loading us up with homework lately. That means I have to take almost all my books home with me every day. My body's not built to carry that kind of weight, but Rowley is practically like a pack animal, so it's no problem for him. Unfortunately, Rowley is just as willing to help Abigail with her books, which makes me think the only reason she's even with him is to use him. And as Rowley's good friend, I find that a little hard to take. Tuesday. I figured out a pretty good solution to my book problem. This morning, I borrowed the roller bag Dad uses when he goes on trips, and carrying all my school stuff was no sweat. I was able to make pretty good time too, but that's partially because I walked a little extra fast when I went by Mr. Sandoval's house. Before a snowstorm, Mr. Sandoval always puts poles in the ground on either side of his driveway, so the guy who plows it knows where the pavement is. The last time it snowed, me and Rowley plucked the poles out of Mr. Sandoval's yard and started horsing around with them. But I guess we didn't put the sticks back in exactly the right place, because when the guy came to plough Mr. Sandoval's driveway, he was off by about 10 feet. Mr. Sandoval has been waiting for me and Rowley to show our faces in front of his house again so he can let us have it, but I'm not ready for that conversation just yet. Especially not by myself. Mr. Sandoval's not the only danger between my house and school though. Ever since they started doing construction on Grammar Street, we've had to take a detour on the walk home, and that brings us right by the woods where the Mingo kids hang out. I don't actually know a lot about the Mingo kids. I've never seen any of them in school, so for all I know, they just live in the woods like a pack of wild animals. I'm not even sure if there are any parents or grown-ups in the whole Mingo clan. I've heard their leader is this boy named Meckley, who always wears a tank top and a belt with a gigantic metal buckle on it. One time, me and Rowley got too close to the woods, and one of the Mingo kids came out to let us know. You come near our woods again, Meckley's gonna get you. I'm still not sure what he meant by that, but if Meckley's belt buckle was going to be involved in any way, I didn't want to stick around to find out. Now that I'm walking home on my own, I have to cross to the other side of the street when I get near the Mingo's woods. It wouldn't be a big deal, except there's no sidewalk over there, and that can't be good for Dad's roller bag. Mum's noticed I haven't been hanging out with Rowley lately. She said I shouldn't get too worked up over it because most friendships from childhood don't last, and that me and Rowley will probably grow apart over the years anyway. Well, I hope that's not true, because I think it's important for me to keep my childhood friends, so that later on someone can appreciate how far I've come. I'm not so sure Mum's qualified to give me friendship advice anyway, because guy friendships are totally different from girl friendships. And I know because I've read almost every single book in the Slumby Party Power series. Before you judge me and say those books are for girls, let me just explain that the only reason I got into them was because one time I forgot to bring in a book for silent reading, and the only books the teacher had were in the Slumber Party Pals series. And once you've read one of them, you can't stop. There must be something like 100 books in that series. The first 30 or so were pretty good, but after that, I think the author started running out of ideas. Anyway, in the Slumber Party Pals books, these two friends are always getting into fights with each other about little stuff. You used up all my purple lip gloss because you knew I wanted to wear it to the roller rink. Well, you only wanted to wear it because you knew Justin would be there. But after a while, things always cool down and the girls learn the true meaning of friendship. I'm sorry I used up your lip gloss. Wait, what? And I'm sorry I kissed Justin at the roller rink. Okay, the wait what was after that part. Anyway, and that's basically the plot of every single book in the Slumber Party Pals series. Well, that might be the way things work with girls, but I can tell you firsthand that it's not the way it works with boys. For boys, things are just a lot less complicated. For example, let's say one guy breaks something that belongs to another guy, but it's totally an accident. Well, 5 seconds later, everybody's moved on and things are pretty much back to normal. I don't know if that means guys are less sophisticated than girls or whatever, but I do know that the way we do things sure saves a lot of time and energy. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that part of the hard luck. Be sure to tune in for more videos on the STWAD Gaming channel and for more of the hard luck. Well, it's just hard luck. But anyway, you know what I mean. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the watching me attempt to get through the Obby. I'm sure it would be somewhat entertaining to some degree. I originally created the Obby so that it would be sort of tricky and yet like fun to try and get through. Also you'll notice that some of the things on the Obby aren't necessarily working properly, so it depends on what you use. As an example, the coins that you collect during the game, it's meant to actually keep a tally of how many coins you've collected. For some reason, it's not really working on the consoles that well. But let me know anyway if it is working for you. If you do it on your phone, or possibly like, I think you can play Roblox on the iPad or tablet, but it does work on that where it accumulates the coins. So anyway, look after yourselves, take care, and check out another video coming very soon. All right, bye for now.